It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Clover fresh milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Oh yes, welcome back to it, you beautiful people. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso Live on SABC3. What a feel-good Friday we've had so far.
Wow.
But how feel-good would it be if we didn't bring it to the kitchen? Now listen, we know that broccoli and cheese, they are a classic combination. So it makes total sense that it would work as a bread flavor. And we're using Clover Classic Fed Spread to make it extra special. It comes with a touch of Clover cream and of course a source of vitamins, 10 of them to be exact. So get involved with this. Get involved in SMS the keyword that's Clover to 33728 if you want to get your hands on this recipe.
Okay, so I've literally rolled up my sleeves for this one. We're going to be creating a beautiful tasty, because the broccoli and cheese makes a beautiful flavor combination. We're introducing some crunchy elements, so it's got the right kind of texture. This is a healthy, beautiful bread. And of course, the fat spread, with that touch of cream, it's going to add a moistness to our mixture. It's going to be totally delicious.
We all like a moist mixture.
We love it. We absolutely love it. So I'm going to start. We've got yeast here, okay? So we're going to mix the yeast into the water.
Is this water cold? Is it warm?
It mustn't be too hot. Like room temperature is fine. It mustn't be. The colder is not going to help the yeast to rise or prove. If it's too hot, it's going to kill the yeast. Remember, yeast is a living thing that needs to be looked after, and it's going to activate with all of the sugars, the glutens in the flour. A bit of a hack here is if you don't have the time, because this will obviously need time to prove, to let the yeast do its thing. If you don't have the time, then you replace this flour with self-raising flour, and then you just add a teaspoon of baking soda.
So you still get the same sort of outcome.
So another thing to remember is that salt, if dealt directly with the yeast, will kill it. So you're going to kind of, when you make that mixture, you want to separate the two. So I'll put the salt on that side, and then I'm going to add my yeast mixture over here.
That's a really good one to mention, because a lot of people don't know that you can't mix your salt with your yeast. It kills the yeast, right?
And really, you've just got to keep remembering that it's a living thing that needs to be loved.
Looked after.
It needs to be loved and grown. So we're going to mix this and we're going to create a nice dough with our mixture here. And then I'm going to ask you to gradually introduce the rest of our ingredients here. So we're going to start with our classic fat spread. You can mix that guy in.
Right, do you want me to put that in there? All of it?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Soma hoi. We always try with these recipes to make it as simple as possible.
And of course we're making use of that Clover Classic Fat Spread, which is obviously an ideal everyday spread with a touch of Clover cream and a source of 10 vitamins. It's a spread. You can use it to bake or to cook. Use it your way and make it your own. Of course, if you want to get your hands on this delicious recipe that we're making this morning, SMS the keyword. It's Clover to 33728. We'll gladly send you an SMS. In that SMS, you'll have a list of all these ingredients together with all the steps involved in bringing this to life.
All right, so now we've got our grated cheese. If you can weigh that
I love
in.
Cheese. I love me some
but
cheese.
And don't be shy with the cheese as well. Get it in there.
Are you like me, that when you're making anything that's got to do with cheese, you want to leave a little bit in here so that you can
just snack on it.
Be snacking on it while you're going, right?
Okay, there we go. And you can see already now the gluten's starting to work in that dough, starting to get that kind of stringiness. Then what we've done is we've fried up our broccoli just a little bit, just to soften it, but it's still retaining its color. Then we've just hoed it in a food processor, blitz it up, throw that puppy in there.
That's going in there,
Okay, mix that through. Then we have got a nice mixture of nuts as well, because this, with a nice bread like this, having texture is also really important, and it's going to add a kind of a toasty flavor element to it. So we've got our pumpkin seeds. You can toss those guys in.
You're so good at this. I love watching you do this. I really do it.
But we learn on the job, eh?
Oh, man, it's insane. I mean, by the time you're done working on this show one day, and hopefully that doesn't happen, you are going to start a cooking school, right?
I might do a cookbook at least. Cooking for idiots, I think, is what we'll probably have to call that book. And then we're going to put our sunflower seeds in there
Kitchen
as well.
hacks for idiots.
And there we go. We've got the base for what will turn out to be an absolutely delicious and amazing bread.
But I love how the spread is bringing this together and giving it that lovely texture that you want to get out of it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and you can see the creaminess. It looks amazing. So what we're going to do here, because we wanted to prove a little bit, give the time for the yeast to do its thing, so you can cover it with some cling film, just let it prove or double in size, as they say, and then you know that the dough is ready. You can do that in the cake tin or out. In fact, should we try and
Should we throw it in here?
Yeah,
let's throw it in there. Ooh, careful.
I know. Dun, dun, dun,
well, listen, you're not good in the kitchen if you're not walking out of it dirty.
I managed to
all the
do this in a
ingredients.
suit jacket. So what you will do at this stage, preheat your oven to 180 degrees. And then you want to check on your bread regularly to just, you'll do the skewer test. Stick a skewer in. If it comes out clean, then you know that the bread is ready. You want it to be nice and toasty and crusty on the outside and nice and soft on the inside.
Love this.
And that's how simple it is to create your own broccoli and cheese bread. It's going to have a beautiful texture.
A total
Those
classic.
flavor notes are going to be absolutely amazing. And of course, the longer you let it prove and let that yeast work, the deeper the flavor profile is going to be.
It's taking a beautiful South African classic and giving it such a stunning twist. Of course, that keyword once again is Clover to 33728. If you missed any of the steps involved that Graham has taken us through, take a look at this.
Made with love by Clover.
Yes, you just want to bite into it. It's that simple. It's beautiful.
Okay, so we've got our loaf is still proving that we'll pop it in the oven 180 degrees Celsius, but of course we've got our finished product here looking absolutely beautiful. So I figure it's an opportunity to continue a certain taste exploration. We are giving Mr. Yoon a South African taste palette. Mr. Yoon, come inside here. Please come join us in the kitchen. So good to have you here.
Good to see you again.
So you obviously had your first introduction to South African cuisine live on the show with
And
the
Gatsby.
Gatsby. Do you remember the Gatsby?
Yes.
Have you had another Gatsby since that day?
Yes, I love Gatsby. So every time I come to visit Cape Town, it's
love it.
Gatsby.
We've won you over. So
love
this
it.
morning we're going to do something this way. Where Tabiso comes from, it's a little town called Hammanskraal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
It is.
there they have a love of acha and a love of chakalaka. Now, chakalaka, it's something that is quintessentially South African.
Yeah.
It's kind of the mixture between a relish and a pickle. It's got a beautiful flavor, and we think it'll complement our homemade bread. So are you up for a bit of a taste test?
Yeah, I was watching both of you are making this chakalaka.
Yeah, and the bread.
So in South Korea, we call the taste comes from mom's final hand touch.
Oh.
But what I saw, both of you are put everything.
Oh, no, Mr.
So,
my hands are clean.
okay, let me see.
And we did make it with love as well. So please, Mr. Yoon, I'd
Okay,
love you
so-
to taste the
so
bread,
grab
but
it.
with the chakalaka.
You've got it.
this.
Yeah,
Grab
that
a
is all
slice,
yours.
and then you grab the spoon over there, get into the vegetable relish, otherwise chakalaka. Please say chakalaka for me.
Chakalaka,
Oh, that's it. I
chakalaka.
love
Okay.
that. Chakalaka. That
And
sounds
excuse
really
the
good.
pun, you've got to say it with relish.
Yes.
So eat like this.
Yeah.
Just,
Get in there, Mr. Yoon. Yes, get in there, Mr. Yoon. In there, Mr. Yoon. Enter the bread.
Chakalaka.
Chakalaka, Mr. Yoon. Chakalaka. I absolutely love it. And how does it taste? You like it?
It's a little sweet than I thought.
Really?
The Gatsby was a little spicy.
Yeah.
Now it's getting spicy.
It's getting a lot spicy, and that's the thing with the chakalaka.
coming through.
Because you really can control the heat factor. You can go from like mild to medium to really, really hot. But this one is made a little bit mild for you.
And he's gone in for a second bite, so it must be good. I'm so proud that we were able to actually make our own bread this morning. So thank you so much, Mr. Yoon, for always playing along.
Yeah, thank
we
you.
didn't force him to do this. He actually, of his own free will, tasted our bread this
As you
morning.
can
and
see,
you
he
can do
enjoys it too, right? And you can get your hands on this recipe by SMSing Clover to 33728, made with love by Clover.
And
Mr.
just
Yoon.
remember, guys,
Thank
you've
you.
got literally minutes left to enter. Get onto our Facebook page, get onto our Twitter page, look for the competition post, give us 2 reasons, 2 features that you love in the Galaxy S20 Ultra, and you could be winning one. I need a slice now.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.